What's up, everybody? It's Dobyns Day here at Omnia Fishing, and today we got a whole bunch of models to talk about with Dobyns. It's been a while in the making now to get these guys on board. We've got a whole bunch of different families from Dobyns with more on the way. We've actually got some more than I'm even showing here on the site, so you're gonna have to dive through the Dobyns pages to see all what we've got in stock so far. Already you guys have been picking some of them off, so we're already going to be able to put together a reorder here soon and start expanding upon the line. But I'm learning about them myself just now. I've had a lot of friends throughout the years that are Dobyns rods fans, and I can see why. I'm starting off with my bougie pick here, the high-end stuff that I liked and clicked for me right off the bat, and that is the ecstasy rods. So these come in at a steep price point. These are in that $5.5 range, $549. But you can tell why right away. If you're a rod snob like myself, then you pick this thing up, you'll get why. You have the options with Dobyns rods. One of my favorite features with this family of rods is you get to choose, not just with the Ecstasy series, with a lot of the other series as well, between full cork handles or split grip handles. And there are certain applications where I prefer full cork handles. They do tend to dig in on me a little bit less the way I hold the rod with certain applications, so I like full cork handles, and I love that they give you the option for anglers out there who prefer one over the other. Really high-end aesthetics on this rod, high-end foregrip on it. The chuck here is finished beautifully. These have Torzite guides, which are, if you do your homework on guides, that's one of the most, the highest end guides on the market right now is the Torzite guides. These feature quadruple A cork, which I'd never actually seen listed that way. I've only seen grade 3 and down cork, Portuguese corks. This is quadruple, so talk about a beautiful rod. They feel amazing in your hand. They feel as nice as any high-end rods I've felt on the market. I'm sure one of these is going to be coming home with me soon. I'm sorry, Jen, my wife, but I got to try one of these. These are also serialized, so any of you tackle geeks out there that are into just taking care of your equipment and really, you know, kind of keeping it and saving it for later days for the secondary market or anything like that. These being serialized is pretty cool as well. So like I said, starting off with the super bougie ones and the ecstasies, and I'm impressed so far. Next up, we get into more of the tournament class stuff that's more your hardcore tournament anglers price points. This is in that $349 range. This is the Dobyns Champion Extreme series. So this goes to that ever famous AAA cork I was talking about before, which is a high quality cork. You don't see a ton of that high quality cork on the market these days. These have Fuji guides, Fuji reel seats. They're absolutely beautiful rods. These ones also have that option of being a split grip or a full rear grip. This is not a nano blank like the Extreme is, but it is a super high modulus Torre blank. So this is a very sensitive, very lightweight rod. So if you're looking to fill up the box with some really sensitive, higher end rods, definitely take a look at those Champion Extremes. Next up is one I'm really interested in. This is the Champion XP. These ones here come in less than those Champion less than the Extremes there, because you're actually going down to a AA cork on these. I believe these are alkanite guides on here, alkanite rings on here, so you're going one step down in guides, one step down in cork, but you can tell the blank technology is still high end here. This one here happens to be a crankbait edition, and I'm a big fan of crankbait rods that don't feel like a big thick glass rod. So I'm very interested in this particular rod here myself. I really do like the way it feels in hand and all the models I've picked up so far. When you go next, we're looking at our buddy Sam Sobe's rods. So Sam Sobe designed two kind of all-around technique rods. He's got a 7.6, and this one happens here to be the 7.2 heavy. This is a Carolina rig, buzz baits, spinner baits, and Texas rigs. So basically a jack of all trades rod. And I'll tell you, when I took it out of the package, I was very impressed. This thing is light and it's really well balanced. I think that's the #1 thing that sticks out to me with this rod, is the balance is incredible. Sobe does a lot of fishing from other people's boats, the shore, his own tournament boat, all that stuff. So you can definitely tell he made a rod that's going to be multiple uses for your everyday average angler. So check out the Sobe series. Next up are the two price point versions here of the Dobyns rods. So you get into the Caden series, which This is honestly the series that got us really thinking it was time to expand our rod assortment with these guys, because we had a ton of requests on our customer surveys for these particular rods. This is the Caden series. So these are 179, and they are absolutely beautifully balanced. They're really lightweight rods. They feel really good in hand as far as sensitivity. The blanks are kind of that unfinished blank up top, so it's real crisp feeling to them. The actions are great. So like I said, price points are really good on these. They still end up having a higher quality cork on them than a lot of the rods that are out there on the market. So if you're into some price point rods and you want to fill the rod locker up with multiple rods, definitely look at that Caden series. And last but not least, the ever famous Dobyns Fury rods. These have been out for a while now. Heard a ton about them. A lot of my friends at the ramps, or whether it's small weekend club derby kind of thing or bigger tournaments, you see a lot of these green rods on people's decks because it's really hard to beat these ones for the price. So if you're in the market for a price point rod, $129.99, it's gonna be hard to beat the Dobyns Fury rods for the quality that you're getting in the bang for your buck. All of these rod families are on the site right now, and it's expanding. And there's a few others on there as well, you'll see. I wanted to highlight these ones because these ones are the ones that were the most requested by our customers out there, and I think you guys will be impressed and get them out on the water as fast as possible. So stay warm out there and go catch them.